Welcome to the guided notes for the skeletal system. We're going to complete the guided notes titled The Skeletal System today. Please pause this video and get them out now, if you haven't already. First, let's address the functions of this system. This is the top left section of the page. The skeletal system protects vital organs, such as your brain, heart, and lungs, from crushing impacts and to some extent punctures as well. The skeletal system stores several important nutrients for your body. Compact bone stores calcium, which is an important mineral for the functioning of the nervous system, and phosphorus, which is essential for cell and tissue repair. Yellow marrow in the bones stores fat, an energy-rich substance. Your body can and will use the reserves in your skeletal system when you aren't bringing in enough of that resource. This can lead to a weakened skeletal system. All the more reason to make sure you're getting a balanced diet rich in vitamins and minerals. Red marrow is responsible for making parts of blood. More on this later. Lastly, movement. Muscles need bones to pull around. Without bones for muscles to attach to, you'd be a twitchy blob on the ground. So now that we've covered what the jobs, the functions of the skeletal system are, let's spend some time covering the parts of the system. These are on the right side of the page. Bones make up the majority of structures in this system. Cartilage is a strong, smooth layer on the end of bones that protects the bone from wear. Bones aren't solid. Spongy bone is found inside bones and looks like sponge. Its interconnected structure provides support and strength while reducing the weight of the bone, and the spaces in the spongy bone is where we'll find red marrow. Compact bone is the hard outer layer of bones. This dense layer provides bones its impact-resistant strength. Red marrow, found in the spongy bone, creates blood solids like platelets, red blood cells, and white blood cells. Yellow marrow stores energy-rich fat and is found in the center of long bones. Ligaments connect bone to bone and help keep bones in a joint where they belong. Tendons connect bone to muscle and allow the muscles to pull the bones, creating movement. So how do all these parts fit together? Let's look at the diagram at the bottom of the page. The compact bone forms the outer layer, while the spongy bone makes up much of the interior. The red marrow is also found in the spongy bone. Cartilage forms a protective layer on the ends of bones where movable joints are found, and yellow marrow is stored in the center of the long bones. Blood vessels run through the bones and feed the cells of the bones. And other tissue around the bones are protected from the bone by a tough skin called the periosteum. Finally, the epiphyseal plate, or growth plate, is found at the ends of long bones in children and adolescents. By adulthood, when growth is over, this becomes the epiphyseal line. Now let's look at how the bones fit together. Anywhere two or more bones meet is called a joint. This section is in between the functions and the diagram. The hinge joint provides back and forth motion like a door hinge. These are found in your knees and elbows. Take a second and move your knee or elbow and consider how the bones fit together. A pivot joint allows bones to twist and turn. These are found in some of your vertebrae, as well as the radius and ulna, the bones in your forearm. I want you to explore this motion too. Place one hand on the forearm of the other arm. With your free hand, make a motion like opening a doorknob or a jar a few times. Feel for one of the bones in your forearm, the radius, moving around the other bone, the ulna. The ball and socket joint provides the greatest range of motion of all the movable joints. There are only 4 of them in your body, your 2 hips and your 2 shoulders. Take a moment to move one of your arms around from the shoulder in a wide circle. Gliding joints are where bones slide across other bones. In the wrist are many little bones which slide across each other. Let's repeat what we did for the pivot joint, but now place your hand on the wrist and base of your other hand. Move the free hand around back and forth, side to side, and then in wrist circles. Try to feel the bones moving under the skin. Not all joints have motion. Some joints are immovable. One bone fuses to another bone to create a strong structure. The skull, the pelvis, and the vertebrae of the tailbone are all examples of regions where one can find immovable joints. This concludes the guided notes presentation on the skeletal system. We'll see you in class.